down, go big screen. Okay. So scroll on down. Let's take up the answers. Wendy, LAN versus WAN. What is the answer for question 1? A. A LAN covers a small area, WAN covers a large area. Did you get that right, class? Okay. 自己改. Please mark your own thing. If you have it wrong, please 改. Okay. Thin client versus thick client. Ched.
B. Thin clients do most processing on server.
Thin clients do most processing on server is correct. Okay. You can think thin 很瘦，它是有帮助 right? And then thick is 很胖 you don't need help. Okay. Flaws. Static IP versus dynamic IP. Sorry. What's the answer here? Static IP stays the same is correct. Okay. Wendy, wired versus wireless networks.
C. Wired networks use physical pieces.
Yes, it's true. Ched, IPv4 versus IPv6.
IPv6 use longer address than IPv4.
Yes. And do you know why? The IPv6 is
128 bits.
It's 128 bits. So that's something that you should remember on the exam. Yep. All right, Jushu. Draw a diagram of a peer-to-peer network. What does peer-to-peer network look like? It just has two 一个线. Agree or disagree?
Yes.
画起来. Okay, 加一分. And then we have to describe some characteristics. Tell me something about the characteristics there, Chet.
Cable.
Okay, it uses one cable, 对不对? It uses a single connection. Okay, tell me something else, Floss. Some characteristics. Uses 一个线. What else? Do you know? For peer-to-peer? Wendy? Peer-to-peer? Tell me some other characteristics. Does it need a
It does
hub?
not need router or a hub.
对，在中间没有 hub 没有 switch， 对不对？ It does not need router. Does not use switch / router. It will have packets will have less collision. Right? There's going to be less collisions because we only have 两个东西. We only have two devices, right? So basically you share 3 things and you have a toucan, you get 4 marks. Okay, 继续. A student saves their file on public cloud. What is public cloud there, Ched? Do you know public cloud?
No.
We say we go on the internet. When you go on the internet is a cloud, but the cloud is not a cloud, right? The cloud is basically servers. And so identify 2 drawbacks. That means bad things about going and saving to the cloud. I put my file on the cloud. Plus, if I 保存 on the server, what is some the problem that can happen? It's safe. It's relatively safe on the server, but 你说的对, it's not as private. If I 保存 on my own device, it's only I can see. But if I put it on the server, it's not my server, 对不对? It's called a public server. And so maybe someone see my information. It may be less private. Okay, so let's write down. Okay, it has less privacy. Because it's on a public network. This is a privacy issue because maybe there's a, okay, the good thing about cloud networks is I can go on many devices. I can be in Nanjing and I can access my file. I can go to Beijing and access, so it's more 方便, right? But this is a 不好的事情, is it has less privacy. Okay, what are some other drawbacks? What are some other 不好的事情 about cloud?
And it be lost.
Can be lost? The cloud is pretty safe. It's pretty safe, but is the cloud free? 是免费吗?
No. EMP.
Usually the cloud, they charge some money. This could be all the 不好的事情 is because if I use the cloud storage, usually you have to give more money. You have to rent. But if I use my own computer is 免费 because I already own it. So I think that could be a drawback. Okay? There is a cost for online storage. Okay? Usually there's a cost, so that could be also a drawback. As long as you rate two things that are reasonable, some things. So, for example, there's less privacy. Maybe you could the servers could be hacked. But this is a big one. This is a big one right here. Okay. Yeah. So, Nisha, if you didn't get the question right, please copy the answer down. Continuing on. The router. Tell me what are the things that, Wendy, I think you got this right. Receive packets from each device. Router does it, yes or no?
Yes.
So give it a little check. Stores the IP and MAC DJ. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Directs packets to all devices on the network.
No.
No, because that's a hub. 对不对? Finds the IP address of the uniform resource locator.
No.
That's the 叫什么?
Well,
DNS, domain name server. Okay? So the one thing that does the URL is called the domain name server. Okay? So that's the correct answer for that. Okay, it would be that. Okay. A classroom needs to have 30 computers with its own NIC card, list 2 hardware devices. They're floss. I have a whole bunch of computers connect to the 中间的东西. What is that? 叫什么? What is in the middle? What is this called? If you connect a whole bunch of things, 叫什么? Do you know the name of this? Do you know his name? The answer in the middle of a network can be, Chet? In the center of a network.
Server.
不是 server.
What's
That,
switch?
yes, switch. The answer is switch or 还有什么?
Hub.
Switch/hub. Or what is the other one I'm looking for? The Tongin one. The smart one. What is this called? Yeah, it has the little bunny ears.
Router.
Yeah, the router. 对不对? Router. Okay? Please switch or router. That's in the 中间 of a network. Okay? Very good. Go to the next page. Melina mainly uses the internet to watch files and play video games. Determine if she should connect to the router using wired or wireless. Wendy, does it matter if I choose wired or wireless?
No.
It doesn't matter. As long as you explain 为什么. What did you choose?
Wireless.
Wireless. Okay. What did you choose, Chen?
Wired.
Wired. Okay. So you have to justify why you choose. So I'm gonna ask you guys what you said. So there's actually two ideas. 你可以选择，没关系。You can either choose wired, or you can choose, but do not do both. Don't do both because it asks you to choose, right? Okay, Ched, read your description about wired, and then
I think Mel should use the wired network because he needs to play video games. Video games need a balanced network to support. Wired network is also quick and balanced, and the speed of a wired network is not influenced by the weather.
very good. Video games need a stable connection. Wired is more stable than Wi-Fi because sometimes the Wi-Fi comes down because of packets bounce around and there's walls and things like this.
Has a bad weather.
And sometimes has bad weather and stuff like that. So stable connection, very good. Okay, what did you say there, Wendy, about wireless? Why did you choose wireless?
All mistakes. 我写都是错的。
I want you to 想一想 why, what is the benefit of having Wi-Fi?
Can connect to the internet.
You, the benefit of wireless is more 方便, it's convenient, 对不对? I can play the game in my living room. I can play the game in my bedroom. I can play the game anywhere. I can move around.
No,
Right?
do you know sometimes you must play in the living room, and when you go to the bedroom, the Wi-Fi becomes.
You can still play in the washroom. You can play all the time.
But it's not stable.
It's not stable. But 你可以选择. So what is the benefit of Wi-Fi?
Convenient.
It's convenient. Okay? It's more convenient. More 方便. How does spell convenient? Convenient. Okay? And you could also save money if the Wi-Fi can go through walls, right? Wi-Fi can go through walls. Okay? This could save money too. It could save money. Save money. Because you don't need to have 很多线, right? And it can also, other benefit, it could go far, right? It's more convenient. It could go, you can save money if the cables are too, if the distance is really far, 那个线可以很贵, right? It depends a bit that. Okay? Continuing. A server. Do you know IPv4? Their flaws? Have you heard about IPv4? There's IP version 4. Do you know IP, teacher? So there's 两种, IPv4 and then IPv6. Wendy, is this
IPv4.
This is IPv4. How do you know?
It's forming the decimal and only 4 parts.
Correct. IPv4 only has decimal from 0 to 255. And it has 4 groups. 对不对? IPv6, it has also hexadecimal. Okay? And so it can have numbers, plus it also has hex. So if you have A, B, C, all the way to F, you would know. Also, IPv6 is how many bits? It's 长一点, 对不对? What is it?
128 bits.
It's 128 bit,
Yeah.
where IPv6 is
32 bits.
32 bit. Okay?
Oh,
And this one has the dot. It goes, it has 4 groups and then it has dot. This one has the maha. It has the colon. It has colon. Colon. So you can write down anything under this. How do I know? This is not IP. So this is not, it's not the IP6. 为什么? IPv6, 因为 because 为什么? He uses the dot, 他不是用那个 colon, 对不对? Because IPv6, he used colon. Because it does not use colon. And there is there's no hexadecimal letters. Okay? 还有什么原因? There, Wendy. It doesn't have a colon. It doesn't have hexadecimal. 还有呢? What is also? There's 还有什么原因? There's another reason. 我确定 this is IPv4, 不是6. Why? What is this? One is 32-bit, one is 128. What does that mean? IPv6 is
32 bits.
it's 长, it's longer, okay? Also, it is short. Using 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 groups of numbers, i.e. it's 32 bits. Okay? I put 3 things, but you only have to put 2 things. And then that, okay? Can you share? Do you copy that? You got it? Do you copy that? If you didn't get 2分 for that, please do that. Question number 7. The following data is transmitted on a network using odd parity. What does odd parity mean there, Chet? Odd. Tell me some odd numbers.
2, 4.
Odd.
1, 3, 5, 7.
These are odd numbers. You have to treat in your odd parity. And then what we do is we count. 1, 2, 3. 3. Is 3 odd there, class? Yes. If it's odd, we 加一个零 because we want all the ones to be odd number, right? Including the parity bit. So this is the answer here. 是一个零. Okay, Wendy, how many bits do we have on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Is this odd?
Yes.
So we 加一个零. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this odd? Wendy?
No, it's even.
So we have to 加一个一 to make it 4加1是5, and then 5 is an odd number. You have to treat in. You have to do 那个 question. If
I have read what I was using that I think is the even number.
如果他们没说，我需要干什么? If they don't tell me, what do I assume? 如果那个问题没说是 even or odd, we just do even, okay? 看得懂? So 如果他们没说 about that, it's an even number, but 你需要确定 mostly it's even, but 有时候 it's odd. Okay, 我们继续。Question 8. This we have to do a little bit of 书写. An internet protocol. What is protocol? Wendy? What is protocol? Protocol is like a rule that is on the internet. It's the rules of how the data is transmitted. And we use it to check if the data arrived. Okay? And one of the algorithms is called checksum. Checksum means we have to do some 书写. And if we do the same 书写 at the receiving end and we get the same answer, it means that the data is okay. So in this, a checksum is calculated by adding the value of each byte. We need to add each byte. And then we need to divide by 255. Agree or disagree? It says divide by 255 and take the remainder. What is the remainder equal to? And this is your answer. We have to find R. So let's do it. So this is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So this is 32. 자, 우. We get 37. Agree or disagree? So the very first byte is 37 plus 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. This one is 16 plus 5. We get 21. Agree or disagree? And then the last one is 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So this one we have 128 plus 64. So it's 12, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we have to add 16 plus 8, and then 2. So 8, 9, 10, this is plus 26. So we add another 26 here. Make sure you show your work so that you get the full mark, okay? Agree? Okay, what is the total? 218 plus 21. We have 2 that, and then we have to add 37. Who did the math? What is the total equal to? We have 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. 276? 举手. Do we have 有没有? Can you 你写? Please write this down. The 结果 is 276. 对不对? Is that the answer? So what do I have to do now? Is take that and divide it by 255. What is the remainder equal to? What is the remainder if 255 goes into it one time? Agree or disagree? What is left over? What is left over? Who can subtract? 276 minus 255.
21.
Huh?
21.
21. This is called the remainder. Okay? This is Liu Fin. Did you get it? So how many marks we get? We get 1, 2, 3. You're showing your work here. Okay? And then you get the final answer, 21. How did it go? Can you 写好了吗? How to calculate? We did 37 加21 加 this is equal to this.
Why 8 to the 5?
Why do I add 5 is 4 plus 1. 4加1 is 5. This is 16. Okay, we get 21. Cool. Is that the last question? No? Oh, do you have that? What you need to copy down is this 37 plus 21, 218, and then the 结果. Divide, and then the remainder is here. But on the exam, 他们需要看 your 想法。如果 you just write 21, you get maybe 2分，但是这个是6分。Okay, so you have to show your work. Okay, Wendy, can you read question number 9 for us on the page? Next page. 你读一下。
Get the following to the array, write code that will print the number 5 from the array. Then update the value to 10.
Very good. Okay. Have you, Floss, have you studied about RD array? Okay. So the 想法 is in Python. This is ling er. This is ling er. But on pseudocode, 他们开始是 e. Okay. So if we do Python, we go print 括号 the array name, 然后这个叫 row. This is called row. And then this is called column. And so to print, you print the row in the 中括号 and column right here. So Floss, if I want to print 5号, where is he? He's in the 中间. What row column is he? Yeah, the answer is 1, 1. Give yourself a 加分. Give yourself a 加分. If I want to update the value to 10, how do I do that? I like what Wendy did. There's 2个方法. What you can do is array. What did you use? Append?
Append.
You can use append. Sure. There is a function called append where it will 加上. But oh no, we can't do that because that's not going to update. If we do that, 这个想法 will only work for the 1D array, 对不对? So append, we're not going to do that because that would add him at the end, 对不对? If we want to update him, we can just go array, the location, e, and then equal to 10. Okay? I just wanted to talk a little bit about append. 你学过那个 append? Append 是加上在后面 on a list. Copy 一下. You have this, Chen? Print array ee. To update, you just go array ee equals that, and that means row 1, column 1. All right. Floss, can you read question number 2? This one wants a 1D array. So let's show you how we do the 1D array. We want giga numbers. We need 4 numbers, right? So I need to make a numbers is an array. 中括号, and I'm just going to put ling. Okay? I'm set up this 4个东西. Okay? And the index This is the index number 0, 1, 2, 3. This is called index number. Okay? And I'm going to 加上 the numbers, and then I need to 除四 to find the average. So create a program that gets. Gets is the input. Right? How do we get an input? I'm just going to call, what is this? I'm just going to call it num is equal to int input. Please enter a number. Okay? 但是 I need to 放这个 into a loop. Right? I need to put this into a loop because I need to have 四个 number. Right? And so before this, I should have put, I'm going to lasso him. And then, can I move him? Ooh. Look at that, 厉害. I need to put him inside a loop. 对不对? Because you need to have 四个 numbers. So I can say, for I in range 4. This is going to do 4. It's going to do 4 times in here. It's because I need to have 四个 number. 对不对? Every time I get a number, I need to update the wager. 刚刚开始 I is going to be my index number. Okay, it's going to go 0到4. Right? Oh, will that go 1, 2, 3? Do you know there, Wendy? This will count, yeah, it'll go 0, 1, 2, 3. It will not reach 4. This will have 4, 4. That's sure. It will count 0, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Then I need to update the numbers. I'm gonna say numbers, which is my array name. 对不对? I have to use 中括号 I is the 数字 because he's gonna go 0, 1, 2, 3. He's going to count. Okay? So I need to update him to the input called num. So if I put, if I put 4, he's going to put 4 here. And then the next time he goes, and I put 10, he's going to put 10 here. Done that. And so after I have my list, I need to calculate 我需要算什么? The ABG. How to find the average. After I do this 4 times, the average 怎么算? What did you do? Oh, we need to, how do I calculate the average? The average needs to have all your num 加上 and then divide by the total, right? And so we need to add up all the numbers. So I don't need this. 我不需要 to use an array, but I can. The sum is equal to sum 加上那个 num. This is going to get the total number here. Okay? And then the average will just be sum 除4. Agree or disagree? In fact, I don't need to use a list at all. But I do, because the 那个问题他说不需要用. He say you need to store into an ED one day list. So 你还需要, okay? Because it says to store into today, okay? So 你需要读那个问题. The 问题 said 你需要用 ED array, 你需要用. Did you use a 1D array there, Wendy, for yours?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And then 我需要单音最后 Can you copy this down there, Chad? This is the Jaguar. Print ABG. There we go. That's 积分4分. You make an ED array. I can also, maybe I should have a global variable. I can say sum equal 开始式例, right? I can have a global variable right here. I have a loop. It goes through it. It gets 4个 numbers 放进去那个 array. This will update my array. This will calculate the total sum of the inside my loop. This will calculate the average. Now, a little bonus question. To make this program better, instead of putting 4, what could I update this to there, Wendy?
Let's array.
Yeah, you're a genius. The bonus idea is you should never use a number, always use, if you use a variable, it always will, it'll always change to whatever I want. And so instead of that, what you could do is say length of numbers. And what this will do is it will automatically update. So if I add an extra thing here, it will automatically update that to, that's 1010. That's a genius idea. Yes, you have another idea? Or you're good?
I'm good.
You're good. That's it. Do you have that? Okay, 没问题?
Wait a second.
So we do have a little bit of schoolwork today in 3.7. Okay, so we will go into 3.7, and there is a little bit of schoolwork. Okay, we took up this about the encryption. Okay, so if you have your laptops, can you pakai your laptops right now? And I want you guys to go to schoolwork 3.7. Okay, I'll give you some time to open up your laptop. Do you have a computer? If you don't have a computer, you can use a school computer.
I don't want to use myself.
Okay. So this is the answers for the test. Thank you for doing that. Basically, on your final exam, where is this? How does this work? Okay, over here. Now, your final exam will include some coding. Unit 0. Let me just open this up a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, they're Floss, Wendy. The final exam will include some programming. It will include Unit 1, Unit 2, and Unit 3. Okay, that's for your final exams. After the Chinese New Year, we're going to be doing algorithms, robotics, databases, and then that's it. So we have a total of 6 units. We're halfway done. And if you look at networking, we only have 2 more topics to finish. One is called subnets, and data security. Today, we're on 3.7. So can you 3.7? On Teams.
On Teams, I need to
or OneNote. Yeah, OneNote 也行.
There's no OneNote.
Huh? Maybe use your own laptop.
Okay.
Use your own laptop. Is okay. Now, can you pull out your notebook? You just need to write a little bit of note. Do you have a internet? Can you pull out your notebook? Okay. So, in your notebook, just write down ED&D. Write down 3.7 and write down January. What is today? 几号? 14. Okay? Now, this is very short because we used the time to do that, but we need to talk a little bit about encryption. Okay? And this should go into your notebook. Where's your notebook? Okay? I just want you to write down 3点7. In 3点7, there's security. there are 3 types of security. Did we write this before there, Wendy? There's Antran, security, privacy, integrity of data. I want you to write down the Sanjo of the security. You need to understand these We already understand most of it, we just need to dive in again. Okay, good check? So write down, to be secure, we need to make sure that our data is secure on my computer. Okay? That means to update the firewall, to have antivirus programs. We need to also make sure when I go on the internet, my data is private. Okay? The other thing is called integrity of data. Integrity of data is when I 发送那个 packet, the data on the internet 叫 packet. Can I grab a packet on the internet there, Wendy?
Yes.
Yes, I can have a packet sniffer. And if I open up the packet, can I read what the information?
No.
No, because it's encrypted. But I can crack the encryption, and that's how you get the meme of the internet. So that's what the hacker do. The hacker will grab your packet, and then they'll try to crack the code, which they can't do. So let's learn about how to be secure against the hacker. So how to be secure? Make sure you update your computer. You know how it says Windows, please update? Updating, they fix the code. 因为你的 code on your computer 是完美? No, it has hole. And the hacker try to find the hole when they go in the back door, right? Do you have firewall? Firewall 是什么东西? Firewall protects the data. It looks at the packet. Is this good packet or bad packet? There's a software on your computer called firewall. This is an Antran firewall. Okay? Antivirus. Do you know what antivirus is? Your Bindu, right? You can have a software to cancel the Bindu, right? To remove the bad software. Having permissions, don't open up fishy email, done. Okay, you don't need to copy this as anything. Okay? This is just Antran. Alright? Now, the second thing is integrity or privacy. When you fast on the integrity data, sometimes my data does not arrive. And that goes into parity bit and check bit. We already studied about that. Okay? Why is data important? Because we have sensitive information. If I go onto the Yinhang and I do bank on the internet, you want to make sure it's Antran. Okay? If not, then we could lose money and things like that. There's some threats to your data. Sometimes your hard drive 坏了. You lose the data. What you can do is back up your data on the internet server or put it on a USB. Sometimes there's accident damage, there's earthquakes or natural disasters, your data 可以丢了. And so you need to 保存 often, and not just one location. You can have 2个电脑 in a different place if it's 重要的 information. Okay, so that means to back up. Backup is when you 保存 in more than one location. Okay, or you put it on your hard drive, and so if something happens, that you can get the data back. Right? This is all to do with the Antran. Okay, so cloud computing can be good if you have some 2PN that you do not want to lose. You can put it on the internet, and then you can have it on your hard drive. Will your computer ever break their flaws? Have you ever had a hard drive to get 坏了? Have you ever had a hard drive break on you before? Yeah, it happened. One time your卡住了, and then 完蛋, your information all gone. Has this ever happened to you, Wendy? That you lose your game, you play so many hours on your game, and then it deletes. You delete your game. 完蛋. So you need to 保存很多次 different location. This is 重要. We talked about when you send it, the parity bit, the even or odd bit, that is to do with the integrity of data. Did the data come? and we already studied about that. Checksums on the test. Remember how我们加 and then 除255，这个方法叫 checksum. And if we do the 一样的书写 on the receiving end, we can 看如果the data 变的还是没变。Okay? How can data 变 when it's transmitting there, Wendy? When the data, like I go 0011, and then I get 0111. This 变 and then this 变. How can data change when you send it on the 线? Do you know?
Maybe plus or subtract.
Yeah, because sometimes we have 很多的线放在一起, and they have this thing called electrical field. And this is called 叫什么? When you induce the field, it's interference, right? It's electrical interference. Interference. And 有时候1变0 and 1变0 and 1 it flipped a bit. Okay? So when you send the data, it's sometimes the thing. And so if we do the 书写, we can see 如果它变还是没变. If 如果它没变, it means it's okay data. Okay? That's to do with the integrity of data. And then HTTPS, what does the S mean?
Security.
Sure, Antran, security. And that's to do with the Antran protocol. How is it Antran? This is called encryption. I want you to copy this in your notebook. Did we talk about encryption? Encryption is, I say box 345. I understand what this means. Then I do some encryption 书写, and then it goes, it gives me the mixed data. Encryption is to make my info private. Okay? Private means 他们看不懂 because I can copy the internet packets, right? If I 发送一个邮件, can I read your 邮件? Can I grab the internet packets there, Wendy? Yes. When I 发一个邮件 and I 打电话, I can listen. 我可以听你干什么. And if I try上, 但是 when I get your data on the internet, it's encrypted. Can you read this there, Floss? What does this mean? 你读懂了吗? It has no meaning. 但是 the meaning is called box. And so if I know the key, 我们有一个钥匙. If I know the key, I can unscramble the 书写 to get the message. Okay? So this is to do with Antran. To do on the internet, it's called encryption. Encryption is to make my it mixes my data. It makes it so that I can't understand. Can't be understood. So 他们看不懂 because 所有人可以抓住你的 information. 很简单. Very easy to grab your internet data. 但是我们用那个书写 to make it so 他们看不懂. How does this key algorithm work? He usually uses prime numbers. 举个例子, 35. What are two numbers that multiply to give you 35? We have 5 and 7, right? These are prime numbers. And so the 想法 is I have a private key and a public key. This is a 两个想法. And if I don't know one of these, if I find out these two numbers, I can unlock the information. Okay, that's how encryption works. But if I have a 很长的 number, for example, what are two numbers that multiply to this number? 这个非常难，是难还是不难 ？Do we know two？ 你想一想 ，Is there two number? You can choose 二 right？ 如果你 choose 二 ，you have the two numbers， 对不对 ？If you do that, then you know the key. 但是的电脑可以算这个很快。If you have your layer 很长 it even for the 电脑 it takes 一个月 it takes 1 year to crack the code 非常难 and that's how information is encrypted. Okay, so this is the conclusion. We have 两个方法 called symmetric. I want you to copy 一下 called digital signatures. This is for encryption. 两种 Okay, Wendy, can you copy this? 一个是 symmetric, means 一样的钥匙 It uses the same key. You make your plain text code, and then they use the 数学 You have a cipher. And then the 钥匙 is going to have the 密码, it's going to have the number to do the reverse math. And you share that to the person you sent to it. And they use the 一样的数学 method to decrypt or decipher the message. This is called symmetric. Symmetric means same. Sure, 一个钥匙 You can draw a little picture to help you, okay? It uses one 钥匙 The 钥匙我们叫一个 key. Key 是那个一个 number. 举个例子 it's 3 and then we have or it's a 乘法 Maybe I did mod 3 It's 我用什么数学 to scramble the data 举个例子我除2 or 我除3 or 我 mod 3 It will tell me 我用什么数学 to scramble that And if I know the 数学 I can do the reverse 数学 to get my message Asymmetric means 不一样的钥匙 We have 两个钥匙 Two keys How does that work? Two keys What happens is I have 一个钥匙是 public Public means 所有人可以看 And 这个钥匙是一个 number 举个例子 We have 3 and 5 10是15对不对 We will make 一个钥匙是工作 It's a public 所有人知道 It's 5 And then we have 一个钥匙一个 number 是一个密码 And this is called a private key Private This is San, for example Only I know this No one else can see this And so we put one public key And if I have the private key And I found those two keys together I get the 结果 If I have the 结果 I know the 数学 to unlock the information So what you have to remember is there's 两个方法一个是 symmetric encryption 用一个 key 一个数学的方法一个结果 okay And you just share the key So I put the information on the internet And then I have to 发送那个 key to the message recipient 然后我可以看那个message 第二个 is I have the thing I go I make 两个钥匙 One is a public key 所有的人可以看 And then 一个是一个 private key It's 是我的密码 Okay It's my password 但是 if I found 那个两个钥匙在一个 we get the one These are prime numbers This is how the 数学 works They use prime numbers Go 3.7 And they have some data entry the Wendy, okay? So just go Fuji and you can put it into your Wenjinjia, into your folder. So we have 差不多半个小时 so hopefully we can get that. Plus, what is encryption mean? What does encryption mean? If I encrypt data, 什么意思? No, in English. Can you explain to me what is encryption? Yeah, so that you can't read. Wendy, what is asymmetric encryption? 这个想法 asymmetric encryption. How many keys?
2 keys.
Okay. Check. What is symmetric encryption? 有几个钥匙? Symmetric. They use 一个钥匙. They. Okay. So work on 3.7 copy. Or I'll stop the stream. Let's see if there's. We'll stop the stream here.